Good day, everyone. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. Benga Adetiton is my name, and this channel is a channel which I use to communicate with you life-changing information. Today, I want to talk to you about leaders and followers. Leaders and followers. Leaders and followers. If we have a group of 100 or 200 people, somebody has to lead them. And some people are natural leaders, where others are unnatural leaders. Leadership can be natural, and leadership can also be unnatural. It can be learned. Now, let me give you an example of a natural leader. You are in a group of, you have a group of people, and everybody is coming and being disorderly. Then somebody not appointed, nobody has appointed any one of you, you're all equal to be the leader. That individual stands up and then tries to coordinate the activities of others. My friend, that individual is a natural leader. That individual is a natural leader. While others are cringing and they are afraid to talk, that individual rises up and it tries to put you together and tells you to come together to do this, to do that. That individual is a natural leader. And that is how you know a natural leader. You are in a group, you are in a class, and other people are just making a noise. The natural leader comes to bring order, and then he addresses that instead of making a noise, why don't you come together and do something together, even though the teacher or the lecturer is not around, even though the leader, the original leader we are expecting is not around, but we can be doing something before they come. That individual has a kind of leadership trait, especially if no one has appointed him or her to do that. Now, there are two kinds of people in the world. We have the leaders and we have the followers. Mind you, one in a group of 100 again, only one, two, or three people will be the leaders, because everybody in that group cannot be leaders. They cannot all be leaders. So we can all be leaders, but one or two people are going to lead the group. One or two or three people can go to lead the group. In a country like Nigeria, like Niger Republic, like Mali, like Togo, like Ghana, like United States, like Britain, and France, and Germany, and India, and Nepal, and Japan, and other countries. We have so many leaders in those countries. Now, all those countries, we have one individual as the president or the prime minister or the head of the nation. Not that other people that are also in the nation are not leaders. We have leaders, we have the governors of the state, governors of the province, we have the local government chairman, we have the commissioners, we have the ministers. All these are leaders supporting the leader in his supporting the president in whatever he is doing. And among these, even there are some people that are not appointed as leaders by the president, but they are close to him, advising him, even though he didn't appoint them as advisors. They also are leaders. So there are different kinds of leaders. What I'm trying to say is that in sometimes some people are not given position, they are not having positional leadership, but they are also leading. They may not be the head of a country, but you can write a letter to the governor or to the president of the country on how to move the country forward. And the president can take heed to your advice, to what you have written, and then it goes in that direction. You are part of leadership in that country. So that is what I'm talking about. But not all of us can be leaders. Some people are going to be followers. The followers, they won't write, they won't do anything, they just follow on, and they go on with the leadership work in the nation. Now everybody have to decide what they desire in leadership or in followership, whether they want to be leaders or whether they want to be followers. Decide whether you desire leadership or followership. So you have to decide yourself. Do you want to be a leader or you want to be a follower? Leaders pay is higher. The price that leaders will get, the benefit of leadership is higher. Also, the price, PRICE, of leaders is high. The PRIZE of leaders' price is high. Their price is also high. So the sacrifice leaders pay is high. Also, the benefit of leadership is also high. Leaders pay higher sacrifice. Leaders also get higher benefit because of the sacrifices they have paid. Intelligent followers become great leaders all over the world. People that are intelligent leaders, they also become intelligent followers, they eventually become great leaders. when you are following a leader intelligently and you are seeing everything, how, in fact, in a way, the leader is a way mentoring you. So eventually, those intelligent lead followers, eventually they become leaders. There's an individual in Africa, in Nigeria, is called Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He's a former senator and a former governor of Lagos State for 8 years. He has a series of followers. One of them is Rauf Aregbesola. He's currently a minister in Nigeria as I speak. Another one of them is the Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. We have other people. We have Fashola also, who is also a former governor of Lagos State for 8 years. He's now a minister. He's a minister of works. The other one, Alegbesola, Minister of Interior, and we have other people. All these three people I've mentioned with others, they used to be, they are Tinubu's, they were in Tinubu's cabinet in Lagos State. In fact, there was a picture I saw where the current Vice President of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, was carrying the bag of the entourage when they traveled. Tinubu was not carrying the bag. Yemi Osinbajo was carrying the bag with black suit, and he was walking. By that time, Tinubu was the governor of Lagos State. Yemi Osinbajo was the Attorney General of Lagos. Rauf Aregbesola was the Minister of Works and Housing. Fashola was the head of service in Lagos State. And then they went somewhere, and he was coming together. Whether you are receiving him or they were coming back together. The current Vice President of Nigeria was the one carrying the bag for Tinubu. Now, Tinubu was the leader. These people were his followers. Intelligent followers eventually become leaders. Today, that small man, that mayor commissioner, that's the commissioner for justice in Lagos State that time, Emir Oshibacho, today is the vice president in Nigeria. The vice president in Nigeria. Why? Because he was an intelligent follower. He was an intelligent follower. They follow an intelligent leader, and they became, today now, they have become leaders. An intelligent follower acquired knowledge from his leader. When a follower is intelligent, he acquired knowledge from the leader. He sees what the leader is doing, the developmental strides the leader is doing. I'm telling you, I don't belong to Tinubu's. I'm not his boy. I'm not close to him per se, but I watch him. What the strides he's making. There was a time the Lagos Abeokuta way, Agege Motor Road. He expanded the road. He expanded it. I was imagining the gutter, the drainage has already been done. That you would think that no, they can't cover this drainage. Drainage that extend from Yanopaja axis down to Oshodi. The drainage has been done, so the road is already narrow, with shops and other with spaces outside of the drainage over on the other side that are not part of the road. What this man did when he came, he saw the traffic congestion. It was a big one. It was a big project. It had never been done. I've never seen it before around. What he did was that drainage, he covered it, and then he expanded the road. He covered the drainage, and he expanded the road. And that was what he did all over Lagos. On the island, in the marina houses, there are some places that were two-way, and there were traffic congestion. He made them one way, and he repaired all the roads, both in VI, on the mainland, or on the island. The Agigimoto road is very key, and Lagos Abeokuta Expressway very key, because most people are living on that axis and they are walking on the island. So every morning they are moving through that axis to the island. In the evening they are coming back through that axis to the mainland. So it was a major project, and this man went ahead. He did it. He's a very visionary leader. And recently I was in Lagos. I saw, even despite that man expanded that time, the current governor is expanding the road more. That is the current governor, that Sanwo-Olu is expanding the road more. I'm even looking forward to these people. I'm doing free advert for you now. So just try to call me, and I will send you my bank account so that I can drop something in there. But what I'm saying, I'm just joking, but the joke can become reality. If, for example, that governor or that kingmaker, Tinubu, that correct, brilliant man, can just say, okay, this guy, you identified what I'm doing, and then send something to me. I'm going to appreciate it. So somebody that know him should help me to link the video even onto him. Now, back to what you're saying about leaders and followers. Tinubu is a great leader. You can see his followers have become leaders today. His followers have become leaders today. his followers have become leaders today. There's something that they put in them that make them to become leaders. Now, what are the major characteristics of a leader? Number one is courage. A leader must be courageous. For a man to come, a drainage is on the road already. He blocked the drainage. That project is capital intensive. It's capital intensive. People will say, it's too capital intensive. He covered the drainage, then he expanded the road, and then they tarred it everywhere. And that is a courageous leader. A leader must have self-control. He must have self-control, not allow people to push him here and there. A leader must have justice. He must have justice. He must be seen to have justice, and he must actually have justice. And he must do things properly as it should be done. A leader must be a decision maker. He must be able to take a decision that this is where we are going, not going back, not going back. We are moving on. A leader should not be dilly-dallying. Before you make decision, you have consulted. So once decision lands, it should be acceptable and not going back on decision. A leader must have plans. He must be a planner. He must be a great planner. And a good leader must have people around him that are intelligent. People around him that are supportive. A good leader must do more. Don't do less. Do more. Go the extra mile. Do something. Make a legacy. Raouf Aregbesola that was talking about, that was commissioner for environment in Lagos, works and environment in Lagos that time. When he went to become governor, he can see a leader. He was following Tinubu. He went to become a leader in Osun State. The roads that man did there is something else. He did some solid infrastructure. People that went to Osogbo, they say, look at this place. They said in the midnight, the man will go and inspect road. He will carry hammer. He will hit the bridge that they say they are doing. If it breaking, if the concrete is breaking, he will call the contractor immediately. Come and see what you are doing. Come now. Come and see. I'm here now. Then the contractor will come see. You have to redo this. That is somebody that is a leader. Then a leader must have a pleasing personality. He must not be repulsive. He must be acceptance. Then a leader must have sympathy and also have understanding. A leader must have sympathy and understanding because he's leading the people. He must understand them and also sympathize with them. Whatever that they are going through, a leader must master the details. He must master the details. He must master the details. Not that they will just write material for you. Then you come and bend your head and be reading the whole material. And even find it difficult to pronounce some things there. A leader must master the detail. Before you come, just tell them to brief you. In fact, a leader is supposed to be the one that will brief the writers of his speech. So when he approaches, he's not even supposed to be reading his speech. He's supposed to be speaking to the people because he's their leader. The speech can just be a guide, can be a point of what you want to say. I see President Donald Trump of America when he's speaking. When he's speaking, he doesn't go to speak with a paper because he's part and parcel of society. He's not hiding somewhere and staying indoor and somebody is coming to give him information. He's out there, he's in the social media, he has his own Twitter handle. His Twitter handle is tweeted perhaps by him. He's not asking somebody to tweet it for him. So our leaders should have master identity, willingness to. Leaders must have willingness, must be willing to take full responsibility. Leaders must be willing to take full responsibility of everything that happens. Then leaders must cooperate with their followers. The followers must cooperate with leaders. Leaders must cooperate with their followers. Leadership can be by force. And leadership can also be by consent. Some people force people to lead people so that they can lead them. So people don't force people. They just allow people to go on the way they want to go on. People will not follow the dictation for long. If you are leading people by force, they won't follow you for long. Because you have rights over them, that's why you are lording it over them. They won't follow you for long. So change your style today. Don't force people don't lead people by force. Lead them by consent. Let them understand why they need to follow you. And then they will follow you with the whole of their heart. Are you a leader or are you a follower? Let us look at good leaders in around us if you want to be a leader and read about them and learn about them, and before long, you yourself, you are going to be a leader. It is time for you to be the next Tinubu. It is time for you to be the next Fashola, a leader, a quality leader. It is time for you to be the next Alegbeshola, quality leaders. It is time for you to be the next Yemi Oshibajo. These are quality leaders. And there are other quality leaders around. Drop their names, please, in the comment section below. Leaders around the world. I've mentioned before Kenneth Kaunda. I've mentioned before so many other people. Tafawa Balewa, a great leader. I've mentioned Chief Obafemi Awolowo, a great leader. I've mentioned Nnamdi Azikiwe, a great leader of the Igbos. Tafawa Balewa, Ahmed Bello, great leaders of the Hausas and Nigeria. Obafemi Awolowo, great leader of Nigeria and great leader of the Yorubas. Nnamdi Azikiwe, great leaders of the Igbos and great leader of Nigeria. Where are those kind of leaders today? Where are they? Where are they? Perhaps we are finding one or two in Tinubu and in a handful here and there. Look at the killings going on in our country, kidnappings. Where are the leaders? Where are the Awolowos that will come and stop it for us? Where are the Nnamdi Azikiwes? Where are the Tafawa Balewas? Where are the Ahmadu Bellos? With these YouTube videos that I'm making, I'm playing my own role. I'm playing my role as a leader to let everyone know that there's insecurity in our nation, there's underdevelopment in our nation. A lot of things are wrong with our nation, Nigeria, and maybe with your own nation too, if you're not a Nigerian. Let us all rise up and support our leaders at the top. Let us stop the blame game. Let's stop blaming them. Let's support them with advice, not criticisms. Criticisms can reduce the morale of the leader. You cannot understand what the leader himself is going through until you are there. And then you are blaming the leader. Leader that is sacrificing his whole life. He put it on the line. You just think he's enjoying. I told us the leader will sacrifice, and we sacrifice more, and will benefit more. He sees it that the sacrifice is given is more than what is even benefiting. And then upon that, the followers are coming to be blaming him, to be abusing him, to be cursing him. That leader may not do much. Those kind of followers will not get much on the leader. Let us create constructive criticism in a very good way and push it to the leader. And you will see the leader is going to do well, and all of us are going to rise up, and we are going to overcome all the things that are causing insurgency in our nation today. We are part of it. All the things that are causing kidnapping in our nation today, we are part of it. Let us rise up. Ideas that can be useful, let's give to our leader. Don't blame him. Stop comparing the current leader with the past leaders, and then say the current leader is not good as the past leader. The current leader, we thought. It's a disappointment, it's a disgrace. Pack the road and go back to this, go back to there. We are not going to get the best on such a leader. If you want to get the best, why can't you be constructive and tell him that yes, there's insecurity in the land, but you believe in him that he can do it. He has the capacity. Let me give you a secret, something that happened to me personally. I was having light challenges in my area, and somebody that was the head of NEPA, let me use that, the head of PACM, he was living around where I stay, and he was in charge of that place, and I have access to him. Whenever the light had problem, we all send to him. They will send to him. Our light in my area had problem for some time, so we sent to him. They didn't respond. They said they were going to take some time to dig out the problem, and it took them some time. So when it took some time, some of us connected because it was a section. Some people got wire, they got light from another section. They were using light. I was using gen. So I was looking at it. This morning I'm using on fueling for gen. At least in a day I use 500 or 1,000 on fueling. And I watched. Let me also buy wire. And I told him. He said, "Go ahead." I bought the wire. Eventually there was some things happened after a week or so. So I was almost having some confrontation with him. That this your work. Then I just thought about a good idea, and I messaged the man. I told him, "I've heard a lot about you. You are a very strong man. I know what you have done to make lives to be in this community. You are a strong man. You can do it. This present challenge is a small one, and I know you can tackle it. when I sent him that message, within 24 hours, he ordered his boys to go and do whatever they can do to make sure light gets to that place legally, pending when the actual repair will be done. And that was how his boys came. And they wound the way they connected us to those who have light, and we are using light in a very clean way. And then they continue on the major repair. When the repair was done, they left it to test it for a long time, for about a week or two, before they connected us back. Just that note, just that statement, just that message, that he has done a lot in the time past and he can do it now. The current president of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, is on the hot seat of the nation. Let's support him. Remember, he is an army general, and he was a retired general. And once a soldier is always a soldier, even though the man is old. In fact, with that old age comes with experience. If he wants insurgency to stop, this insurgency issue in Nigeria is a small thing for him to do. The kidnappings in Nigeria is a very small thing for Buhari to do. Let's start telling him that. I'm telling him that already. If you know where Buhari, how this tape can get to him, send it to him. That's President Buhari. I, Dr. David Olubenga says, you are the man. You can do it. You've done it before. During the Buhari Diagbon regime, you did it before. 1983, 84, 85. You can do it now again. You can make Nigeria better again. You can do more than you are doing now. You are trying, but you can do more. Let us encourage our leaders. I salute you, sir. I give kudos to you, sir. I know that you can do it. Things can get better in this nation. All the problems in the nation, they were not created in one day, and they cannot go in one day, but you can fast track it. You are a great leader. I doff my heart for you. I'm praying for you that your government is going to be a better one than before. From today, your government will be better than yesterday, better than any other president that have ever come in Nigeria. The time that remains for you to complete your tenure, I believe that you are going to do something. You are going to turn things around, and I believe in you. I believe in all your ministers. I believe in all the senators. I believe in all the members of the House of Assemblies. I believe in all the governors elected in Nigeria. I believe in all the people that are leading companies in Nigeria, because it's not easy to be a leader. I will ever be a supporter of leaders, because I am a leader too. And I want my followers to support me. I'm going to talk to you some other time. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, click the notification button, and like and subscribe. Share this video with leaders all over the world, and together we are going to take our nation and our communities to the next level. Bye for now.